Hi, this is Jürgen Rasmussen. Welcome to the Provocative Hypnosis Vlog. In this episode, I'm going to give you my number one NLP book recommendation. So many people are asking me to recommend books, and very often they will say, what's the one book on NLP, or what's the one book on psychotherapy, or what's the one book on hypnosis. And I've often been kind of reluctant to answer because I think you should read most of them. I'm a very heavy reader myself. I love reading. I've gotten so much from reading books. But I will comply. So I'm going to give you my number one NLP book recommendation and tell you how I've landed on that particular book. So if you were to read only one book on NLP, or, I always say to people, anyone who wants to do change work for a living should have some NLP skills and knowledge. It really, really adds to your work. So if you're in a place where you're wondering, what is this NLP stuff? Like, what's a quick introduction I could get to be able to assess for myself whether that's something I want to pursue? It would be this. The book is called Magic in Action. Is written by Richard Bandler, who's one of the co-founders of NLP, in collaboration with John Grinder and Frank Pusilic. And add to the book these DVDs. These are called the Marshall University tapes. Now, what makes this book so great? It's from the early 80s. Richard Bandler, in the book Magic in Action, it's essentially transcripts from 3 masterful live real client sessions that he does. So he walks cold into a TV studio and he works with 3 clients for 30 minutes each. You have phobias, agoraphobia, anticipatory loss with panic attacks. So he sees each client for 30 minutes. And then, most importantly, there's an 8-month follow-up interview with all these clients. And they were all successful. And the quality of work that Richard Bandler does in these particular DVDs, the DVDs are the actual sessions that the book writes about. The quality of change work he does there is just splendid. The use of humor, the use of speed, working pure process, the way he uses suggestion artistry, and the subtleties, and the results that he gets. I mean, even when this is early 80s, the results that he gets with these 3 clients is still pretty much unheard of in the field of psychology today. If you were to ask your average practicing psychologist, whether this was possible or whether they could work that way in most of the time, they would say no. So this type of work, that type of skill level is still outside of the mainstream, so to speak. And what I really find great about this book, I really love client work. I love testing, right? So the fact that you see the transcripts of how he actually works, you get commentary, and you simultaneously get to see the sessions on DVD and get the actual follow-up from the clients. That's golden. So if you're looking for just one product on NLP to see if this NLP stuff has something that you want to pursue, make it Magic in Action with Richard Bandler, and make sure that you get the Marshall University tapes, which, as far as I know, is only sold on Richard Bandler's webpage. So that is my number one NLP Book Recommendation. I highly recommend that you get it. And if you have any thoughts on the book or any recommendations yourself, feel free to post the comments wherever you find this video. Till next time.